Okay, Praveen, this video is specially for you because you have asked me question that how to make people to work for a company goal. Okay, so let's begin and start. And welcome back to my channel. And one of my prospect has asked me that how to make people to work for a company goal. Okay, so I've decoded some points on my past experience and which I've learned from my mentor. So I'm putting on a mind note and will be sharing with you. Okay. Just before that, I want to know or I want to tell you that if you're thinking how to make people to work for your company goal, you have to be clear that what is your goal first. Okay. You might be telling that I want to make money or I want to bring number of company, but you have to be very crisp and point to the very micro level. You should be knowing that what you want actually. Okay, how much revenue should be company should be making, or how many number of branches you want to open, or what are the products your company should have. So you should be very clear on each point. What is your goal first, so that you can decide and map out about company goal to tell to the employee. Okay, so let's see what are the points which I have decoded here. So let's begin. I will share my screen here. So here is a mind note. So how to make people work for a company goal. So I've decoded, I've listed 2 points here. After. One is the company goal and another is a company support to employee. Okay. It's very necessary that you separate a company goal, and then to achieve that company goal, what is the support you're giving for an employee. Okay. So that you can achieve your goal. So let's look into first what should be the company goal with very clear points. So points is what is the employer goal? Employer is the you, okay? What is the your goal? Then is a team goal. If you have a team, 2 or 3 people, whatever, so what should be the team goal? Okay, if doesn't have a team, only one person, then we'll go for a employee goal. Okay, so there are 3 points: employee goal, team goal, and employee goal. So what are the employer goal? So as a general points, employer goal is always to get a lead, to get a sales, and to do a analysis. Okay, how many number of lead is generated, how many number of sales has generated out of lead, and analysis end of the day, what are the spent on the leads and how much we have converted. So overall data of the your business which doing for daily, monthly, weekly, or yearly. Okay, data is very necessary. Second is the team goal. So when it comes to team goal, if you have a big number, 2 or 3 teams, then you should be always a performance analysis. Which team is doing what kind of performance? Okay, so it should be always performance based analysis. Then second is a cooperation among team members. So whenever you're building a team, you should have they should have a cooperation. They should listen to their immediate manager, and they should be having a cooperation between the team member so they can share the ideas. Okay. Third is the reporting structure. So who should report to whom? Who is the senior person? They should be clearly lie down a hierarchy from your end to your team. Okay. Second is the fourth is the accountable partner. Accountable partner is where one team member is becoming a partner to another team member. Okay, so they become accountable to each other. They become assessment. They judge their each other's achievement of the day, of the daily goals, weekly goals, and monthly goals. It gives them a motivation. So it's very necessary within a team. You have to make a two-person to each other a accountable partner. It helps very much. Okay. Third is the employee goal. So employee goal should be always a ability of a person to fulfill a need. So what need or what problem is he solving? As an employee, what is that particular need, or he has a capacity to solve a problem of a company which is looking from that employee. Okay, then he should be expert in micro niche. So employee should not be doing all the job, whatever his responsibilities or whatever he is good at, and if it is useful for a company, he should be doing only that particular job. Okay, so for example, if I say a salesman should be doing a sales job only. Okay, don't give a job to generate a lead to him, or do a marketing of it, or do a what do you call do other miscellaneous work. Let the sales guy be doing only sales job, so he'll be more focused and consistency, and he'll be learning and scaling in that particular niche only. If you give him every job, marketing to sales, then he will be landing up in many things and he will not do any work properly. With my personal experience, when I was working for a company, we has to do a marketing, we has to do a sales, and also we used to do a logistic. Okay, for whole one market, like for the revenue of like 10 crores a month, we had only 3 employees, and in 3 employees one was our boss. So he used to not do anything of what we two guys used to do. So it's very difficult to focus, to make our employee to focus on one particular field if you give him multitask. Okay, so make one person for one department. So so let's come back to the company support to the employee. Now we are very clear about the company goal. Here it is. And now let's come to the company support to the employee, where you can support to employee by building a team to achieve a company goal. Okay. First is the clarity. So let's see in a clarity. Clarity should be very clear for the company goal and the employee goal. Okay. What are the clarity for, what are the goals for employee? What are the clarity for the company goal? Clarity of the company goal is what company wants. Okay. So whenever you're supporting an employee, you should be very clear message to an employee that what company is looking, or whatever, what is the vision of the company for next 5 years or next 10 years. Okay, that should be very clear to the employee to make a decision whether he want to be part of that company or not, whether he want to grow or not, or what the expectation, or whatever, what would be his contribution towards it. Second is the integrity. Integrity, I don't have to explain it. He should be very uh, mm, what do you call, integrated with the company principle and the policies. Okay, transparency again. So these are the company goals where employee has to be integrated on him. So you should be very clear what company wants, what are the company code of honor, or you can call it integrity or the principles, and what is the company looking a very transparency business between communication between employee and a employer. Okay. Third is sorry, in the clarity only there is a another called employee goal. So in employee goal, in clarity, again, we should be very giving a, asking him to write down what is he want. He should be having some goal in life. If you do not have a goal, any person if do not have a goal, then he'll be not going anywhere, and if not going anywhere, then he'll be going nowhere. Okay, so he'll be losing the task. So he'll be losing a task for himself and losing a task for your company goal also. So he should be very clear that what he wants. Okay, and with that he should be resonate or aligned with company goal. Only then it will work for you and the employee. Second is how to get it. So he should be very clear. Company should be very clear to asking him or put in his brain that what he wants first. Second is how will he get it. So when you're telling a vision of the company, what the company is looking, and if he's able to see that vision and he able to resonate with it, then he will try to get his what he want by keeping vision of the company and also what he wants. Okay, so it's a very um, clear that you should be telling him what company wants and what is his want and what is the career he can have in a company by being part of it. Second is you have to make a employee always focus. So to make a focus, I have listed some 3 points. There can be many points, but I have listed some 3 points which I have experienced in my company and when I was running a tours and travel business. So this was our this thing. So one is the vision board. So in vision board, we used to keep a vision board on a personal desk. So if you have an employee, you can ask him to keep his vision board on his personal desk. Okay, and also the similar vision board of a particular individual you can display on a general area where everyone can see. So what happens is subconsciously he has to work towards the vision board whatever he has wrote, not you, which you have given a vision. As I said here, what employee wants, okay, or whatever his task is there for the daily, or whatever his goal is there, or whatever 1 year vision he is looking. So vision of he should be having. Now for my vision, I have some affirmation which I put on my walls whenever I get up and see that, and I always made a my goal card. So this is my vision which I carry in my pocket, and other which I pasted on my wall where I sleep and get up every day. Okay, so if we give him a clear cut instruction saying that have a vision board on the desk which should be always displayed. So whenever senior manager is coming, or whenever surprise visit of a senior management or CEO is coming, so that vision board should be there. That should be a rule of the company. And the similar vision board should be always in the general area also. So subconsciously employee will think that okay, this is my vision board which I have to work, which I want, and also he'll be trained to do force, not in a forcefully, but to take an action because it is put on a general vision board also, not only his but other employees. So where he will see others' vision board and his vision board, he'll compare and he'll motivate and will be focused to achieve whatever he want to achieve. Okay. Second is the checklist. So checklist is the self-assessment. So checklist is the self-assessment of each day goal and achievement of the day. So when make a rule that whenever an employee comes in, he has to make a checklist. Okay. So when I'm telling a checklist, don't give him a checklist of making some 10 or 15 goals of a day. Make him maximum 1 to 3 goals in a day. Whether he's making a 3 calls, no problem. On a cold call, no problem. Let him make only 3 calls. As I said, one person for a one particular dedicated job. Let them give a calls. But if you're making, don't give more tasks, because when you're giving more tasks, they'll be taking their time in checklisting so their whole time will be going by creating a goal for a day. Okay, and end of the day they will not achieve anything. Let them make only maximum 3 goals which they are listing out. You are not listing out. They know their responsibility. Let them list out. And once they list out, end of the day, what are the result of it? So they have to do the self assessment. Similar kind of vision board how we have then personal desk, similarly have a checklist of a day to day. So let them a checklist on their board and let them write it in a short form what are their 3 goals. Okay, and end of the day or next day morning when they come, or now since we are working from home, you can be sending them a mail or you can create a WhatsApp group. So checklist is a very important, not more than 3. Okay, keep that in mind, not more than 3. And always suggest that in a week employee should work for only 4 days. Rest 2 days should be planning, strategy and the meetups. Don't give more than that. So okay, so in a day only 3 tasks, whatever they do let them choose, but it should be a no beneficial for him also, to company goal also, to do a productivity work or to do a priority work, not a every work in a day, to do the productivity and the priority work. So that's why I said three goals. The third is the reporting. So reporting can be daily, weekly, or quarterly. So reporting is very, very necessary. As I said, vision board they have put for once for all what they want. Checklist they are doing daily, which is again their self-assessment. But reporting is something you can ask them to do daily or weekly or quarterly. That however your managers, or if you are an immediate manager, then it's about your flexibility, how you want a reporting. Okay, so depend, but reporting is must. It's a analysis how we are making company data analysis. It's a similar analysis of an employee to make him focus on his work wherever he's lacking. Okay, so third comes in company support to employees is consistency. So how to make an employee to consistency to scale whatever he's doing, or how to bring more benefit out of him to the company. Okay, so you have to do a weekly meetup. So in weekly meetup you have to do a analysis, planning and acceleration. Again, weekly meetup, as I said, in a week only work for 4 days. If you have a Saturday Sunday holiday, Monday to Friday is a working day, let them work only Monday to Thursday. Okay, the Friday part, keep only the meetings and the meetups within your team and employee and the senior management. Do analysis of the week or a monthly, however you want to do it. And once you've done an analysis, you will come out of a number, then plan how to improve it. What should be cut down and what should be increased? Priority, productivity. Third is the acceleration. How fastly you can implement. Okay. So three things in mind. So second is in consistency is the teammate success story. So always share a success story, others teammate to your other employee. Or so how you can create is, again I said vision board. So you can create a board leadership. So if you are working virtually on your site, you can put it, uh, who is the good performers of a week on your site or your social media site. Okay, as an employee, so it will give a booster for that particular employee also, whose name is on a dashboard, leaderboard, and also the other employees to become one of the board leader. Okay, so have that, and always reward and compensate with the giving them some voucher or prize money or something. Okay, that everyone commonly does it. Third is the motivation. To do motivation, always you should have a training for personal development of an your employee. Okay, so when I was working, we used to go a lot of personal development. But again, until and unless he don't, if he doesn't know what he wants here, okay, what an employee wants, then he will never understand this personal development, because company is spending and he is not spending for it. Okay, so make a arrangement in such a way that he understand this part and take it very seriously, and when he does work with all this vision board checklist and reporting, automatically you will understand whether he is focused or not. And only for that employee you can give a personal development for this. For other employees who are not focused, and you have to consistently just build a team by improving them, not by hiring a new person or firing a existing person, but by building a team. Building a team is a lifelong process. Okay, it's not easy. First you have to build your immediate managers, and then managers will they build their team. So how good you are, you have to be very consistency focus, and you should have a clarity about what you want personally. Once you are clear, that will directly reflect on others who are working under you. Okay, so your thought and your action will directly speak on towards your work, whatever you're doing. So when you're doing action, obviously your employee or managers will see that my boss is working, he's very consistent, he's very focused, he's asking the reporting, and he's doing a lot of things. So I should be accountable to those things. If you be lenient, asking in report, as I said, if whatever set on a set time, then they will also not focus it. So first, everything starts with you. Okay. So be aligned with on your conscious and subconscious, your thought and action. Once this is aligned, automatically the results will start showing to you. Okay, I hope. And the one more point wanted to add is one-to-one meeting with senior decision makers. So what happens? Social motivation, personal development is one thing, and the second thing is one-to-one meeting. See, I have experienced like a lot of places. We always have a one-to-one meeting with our immediate manager. Okay, but there was never chances to have a one-to-one meeting directly with the topmost senior management or directly with the CEO. If you can, as per your time schedule, if you can schedule at least once in a week with one employee who is at the lowest level, just speak to them and understand their pain. Just understand that what they want. Okay, personally meeting, whether they have any complaint about their immediate manager, or whether they need particular tool to get the job done, whether they have some ideas to do this to improve the whatever goal is. Okay, build that personal relationship with them. By building personal relationship, it's not that they will improve work or something, but that bonding will give a psychologically support that here is a man who is a owner of the company or a topmost CEO who cares about their employee, who talks about their family, who you know who is who want them to work for him, and growing a community. As soon as the company is growing, he's looking people has to grow with it. Okay, so without, so make them they are the part of the company. So if you make one to one with each employee at least once in a week, it will give a ripple effect. Okay, as soon as you start giving a time to one to each person, you see they will also give extra time, or that they will take extra effort to take further action, and they will contribute to company goal. Okay, thank you so much. If I made some sense, then give the feedback below, and please write your comment and let me know what are the next question if you have anything. So I'll get my learnings and share here to get an answer of your questions, and we can grow together and bring change each and employ and our life also. So let's do this. Great, thank you.